What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Today I am reviewing for you all the Valentino Beauty Liquirosso liquid lipsticks and blushes. That's right, you can wear these on both the lips and the cheeks. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today. I picked up 3 beautiful wearable shades for us to try out. I'm going to be telling you guys about the formula, all of my thoughts, and of course, I'm going to be comparing these up against the Charlotte Tilbury, the Lisa Eldridge, and of course, the Tom Ford. So if you want to hear all of my thoughts and recommendations, then keep watching. All right, party people, let's dive in. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are new here, consider subscribing to my channel because I upload reviews just like this every single week. Also, as a quick reminder, I'm going to be linking these down below. They are available at quite a few retailers now. So I'll have a little shopping guide in the description box along with any of the makeup that is on my face today. Now, let's chat about these liquid lipsticks slash blushes. The full official name for these are the Valentino Beauty Liquirosso 2-in-1 Soft Matte Liquid Lipstick and Blush. That is a mouthful. They are retailing for $40 here in the US, and on the Sephora website, they are described as a liquid matte color for lips and cheeks that is layerable for natural makeup or intense color impact. Let me show you guys some close-ups of the packaging and also the applicator. The packaging is very beautiful, pretty much matches the rest of the Valentino Beauty line. I always thought their packaging was very luxe and nice. The applicator, super nice for very precise application specifically to the lips. I really don't need a lip liner or anything like that when I'm using these, and you guys will see that a little bit later on in the demo. Now, in terms of how much product you get 0.2 ounces of product. It's a decent amount. It's pretty standard when I was doing my research. And then also these are made in France and they have a 24-month shelf life. The last thing that I want to mention about these, because many of you often ask about this, is that these do have fragrance. It doesn't smell super strong, but you know how a lot of liquid lipsticks, just because of the formulation, they have like a slight chemically smell. It kind of smells like that with a little bit of perfume mixed in. They're not quite as strong as like Guerlain products or Gucci beauty products. At least that is my opinion. Okay, now for the fun part, I need to show you guys which colors I selected. I got 3 from this collection, and I think you guys are really gonna like all of them because they're all a little bit unique, but also super wearable. So the first color that I picked up is a brown, and it's called Nude in Motion. On Sephora, this is described as a cool, deep nude. It's a little bit darker than kind of like your average nude color, or maybe like a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, for example. I like that this has a beautiful brown, cool undertone. It's kind of like that supermodel off-duty type of look. This formula is very buildable. When I put on the first layer, there's still a little bit of translucency to my natural lip color, but then when I put on about 2 coats, you guys will see it builds up to a really nice, beautiful, soft brown. I really like the look of this both on the lips, but also on the cheeks. I find that the color applies to the cheeks really easily. It's not a super thick formula, which makes it very easy to blend onto the cheeks. Really good color for every day. Honestly, I think I could probably apply this without a mirror and I would be totally fine. Next up, we have something a little bit brighter. This is the color that I'm wearing on my lips and cheeks today. It is also my favorite one of the 3. This is called See You Later. This is a burnt warm orangey red as described on Sephora. And I think I really like this because it's not so in your face. It's not like a bright fiery red. It kind of blends into the rest of my look a little bit. It's like that red, but kind of watered down, a little bit more subdued. If you're going for a warm tone summery or autumn look, I think this is such a beautiful color. And once again, I love the way that it looks on the cheeks. Because this formula is not so crazy pigmented, I feel like it's pretty easy to put this on and not overdo it. You don't have to be afraid of having like blotchy liquid blush all over your cheeks. Comment down below and let me know what you think of this shade, because this one is definitely my favorite, and I did post it to Instagram. A lot of you guys told me you really loved this shade. Lastly, I wanted to show you guys at least one red, but I think this is a very wearable everyday red. This color is called Undressed Velvet, and on the Sephora website, it is described as a deep, warm red. I don't think that this is that deep. I think it's a little bit on the warm side, but like I said, I feel like the color comes across as rather muted on the lips, and not in a bad way. It's something that you definitely can wear very sheer with just one coat, or you can layer it up with two. In addition, I think it works beautifully on the cheeks, just like the other two colors did. I think a lot of people are afraid of putting red on their cheeks. A lot of people don't like red blush, and I totally understand why. But I think because of this formula and just the more muted tone, it really does work. It's a very romantic blushing type of look. I honestly think this color works super duper well on both the cheeks and also the lips. Okay, so what do I think of the formula, and do I like these? I'll just tell you straight up, I actually really like these. I like them for what they are, but I don't think they're going to be for everybody, and I'll explain why. This is a very sheer buildable formula. That's what it says in the product description. To be fair, it is pretty sheer and buildable. You guys saw during the demo, if I go in with just one coat, it's kind of like a nice faded color on my lips, great for every day, nothing too pigmented or poppin'. And then if I put on two coats, this is what I get. And even with two coats, this isn't like the most saturated color that you can get, especially from that other style of liquid lipsticks that are very saturated, very long lasting, stay put, dry down style of liquid lipstick. And when I read the reviews on Sephora, folks are very divided. Either they love it and they think that this formula is very wearable, it's great for every day, it's very buildable, like they love the comfort of the formula, or people think, oh my gosh, this is like a sheer wash of nothing, it doesn't show up on my lips, it's not pigmented enough. So I think you need to take into account the color that you are picking out. I don't really think I'm gonna be able to wear the lighter colors that are in this collection because the formula is a little bit sheer. My lips are a little bit more naturally pigmented than others. And even with other products that I've reviewed on this channel, if the color is a little bit too sheer or close to my natural lip color, there's really no point. It really doesn't show up on my lips. So if you maybe have like a deeper skin tone or more pigmented lips like me, maybe steer away from certain colors. Maybe the Nude in Motion that I tried on earlier, maybe that's too close to your natural lip color. I would recommend going for something a little bit bolder like this, because none of these are gonna be too crazy. I really enjoy the subtleness and the buildability of them. I like to be able to layer the lip color to kind of customize it to something that I want. Are they drying? I don't think that they are drying. I'll show you guys right now up close. They are matte, so it is gonna emphasize a little bit the lines in your lips, because yeah, like after maybe like 20 minutes or so, it will dry down, but it's nothing like the Tom Ford lipsticks, for example. It's nothing like the more long-lasting stay put style of liquid lipstick. These don't last that long. They really don't. I'll just let you know that's maybe a con for you. You kind of trade some of that comfort and lack of dryness for the fact that they don't last that long. If you're just like kind of, at a bar, you're having a drink, or maybe you're just sipping your coffee, you're fine. But if you eat lunch, they're gone. I had lunch earlier, it was gone. I had to completely reapply. I don't need a lip liner. I don't feel like they're too precious. So that's okay for me. And the other thing that I like about them is that they fade evenly. You don't have to like scrape it off your lips after you're done with these. So that's also a pro, at least for this type of formula. So in summary, they are a little bit sheer. They are a very thin, lightweight, comfortable formula. They are buildable, but they're not like ultra pigmented. This is about as deep as it can get. And they aren't super long lasting. I will also say they do not stain. Some people like that, some people don't. I find that these don't stain even with the redder colors. And obviously they're not gonna be transfer proof because they don't completely set down. I really like applying them to both the cheeks and the lips. I love that kind of monochromatic look, and it makes doing my makeup very easy and like a little bit more fun. You can definitely wear many lipsticks as liquid or cream blush, by the way. I do that all the time with my Eldridge lipsticks, but I think because specifically with this liquid lipstick formula, because it's not too thick and drying, it makes it easier to wear as a cream blush. It blends out super nicely, and it's not so crazy pigmented like maybe the Rare Beauty liquid blushes, where it's like you're afraid of overdoing it. And I feel like the blush lasts a decently long time. All of the colors are super beautiful. I think my main qualm with this is that they are kind of expensive. They're a little bit expensive for what they are. If you take a look at the other liquid lipsticks that are out on the market, the price makes sense because it's priced a little bit higher than like Charlotte Tilbury, for example, which are $35 and these are $40. But still, like if you want to get more than one color, it's $80. And I was like, yeah, they're a little bit expensive, but I wanted to try on 3 colors for you guys. I don't regret buying them at all, but I think they're a little bit overpriced. I don't think they're like so wildly different from everything else on the market that like you need to get every color and you need to pay $40 for every color. Real quick before we go, friends, I am going to do just a couple of quick comparisons. First up, I have the Tom Ford liquid lipsticks. These are very expensive. They are $59. I must say the packaging is more weighty in Luxe, so you do pay for the packaging, but these are a very, very different formula than the Valentino ones. I did a full review of this formula, so I can link it down below if you want to see, you know, just like more in-depth try-ons and wear tests and that kind of stuff. You guys can check out that review. But in summary, these are a very different type of liquid lipstick. These are the ones, like I said, that dry down and really stay in place. They're not super drying. I think that these are some of the better ones that I've tried for sure that are more of that long-lasting formula. But these to me are more so like if I'm going out and I want like a really bold, saturated, long-lasting lip, I pretty much purchase these in all reds, kind of like bright colors. When I want something that's like really gonna set down and look perfect on my lips, this is what I reach for. This is not like an everyday formula for me. These are also $59, so I really only recommend them if like that's the exact formula that you are looking for. That's how I think about these. Now, I want to talk about also the new Charlotte Tilbury, I believe these are called the Liquid Lip Blurs, and I have the color Flame Blur. Now, I think with these, the biggest difference is that they are a little bit more pigmented. Let me show you guys a swatch comparison here that I took earlier, and I have the Charlotte Tilbury on the left and I have the Valentino on the right. The colors are pretty similar, which is why I swatched these side by side, but the Charlotte Tilbury is more pigmented. These also have a very creamy, moussey texture. They're very similar to a lot of other formulas in Asian makeup brands. At least that's what I found, where you can really kind of layer on just a little bit and blur it out. You kind of get like that blurred lip look. The Valentino are more like a thin, slippy, lightweight, buildable formula. So that's the difference. It's like, do you want slippy, lightweight, maybe a little bit more like sheer and buildable, or do you like that sort of creamy, moussey feel and you want to get the blurred lip look? The price is also a little bit different. The Charlotte Tilbury is $35 and the Valentino is $40. I think if I were you, the way I would think about it is like, first off, check and see what color you want. Like, what color are you drawn to? I would probably get the Valentino if you want kind of like a bright color, but you want it to be a little bit more subdued and buildable for every day. I think the Charlotte Tilbury is kind of probably like a better go-to if you want something that's more saturated and if you're looking for a nude lipstick. And then finally, friends, we have the Lisa Eldridge Velveteen Liquid Lip Color. I have the color Velvet Rain, and I actually just popped it on so I can film a demo for you guys because I haven't featured these on my channel. I haven't talked about them at all. They are a brand new product, so I wanted to kind of describe the differences of these up against the other liquid lipsticks, most importantly, the Valentino lip color. Hopefully the demo kind of demonstrates to you guys how these, you know, kind of smooth onto the lips, but I also wanted to show you a quick swatch comparison because I think that these liquid lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge, they kind of have attributes of all 3 of the liquid lipsticks I've already mentioned. So right here we have the Valentino. Notice how it's very sheer. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury. Notice how that is like ultra richly pigmented, kind of like a creamy moussey formula. And then right here we have the Lisa Eldridge. So there's like a little bit of translucency there. The way I would describe the Lisa Eldridge is it's not as thin as the Valentino. It's not as thick as the Charlotte Tilbury. You can build it up a little bit just like the Valentino, and actually like the Tom Ford, this sets down. Like when you first put it on, you think it's gonna be just like a thinner version of the Charlotte Tilbury, and then within 60 seconds or so, it really sets down to this kind of like soft touch type of feel. So if you were looking for something that was maybe a little bit more long lasting, but was similar in pigmentation to the Charlotte Tilbury, you might want to go for the Lisa Eldridge. Overall, it's still pretty different than these ones that I'm reviewing for you today from Valentino. These were made to be the most easy, don't need a mirror, sheer it out, everyday wearable type of lip color. So there you have it, friends. All of these liquid lipsticks are good. It really just depends on what you're looking for, your aesthetic, the formulas that you enjoy. And now it is your turn. Sound off in those comments down below and let me know if you tried the new Valentino lipsticks or if you've tried any of these. Which ones are you enjoying? Which one is your favorite? Was this review helpful? If it was helpful and if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. And with that, friends, I hope that you see some beauty in your day, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.